think it's a bit of both with Tottenham right now. You know, they've got their talisman back, Harry Kane. Everyone thought, you know, he comes back and they start winning again. But they haven't, and they've lost 2 games on the bounce. 2 important games for them as well. So, you know, that puts doubt in their mind. But the North London derby, they win that, you know, their fan base is back on side. They lose it, their fan base loses heart. And I think that's what every Arsenal fan wants. They want Arsenal to win, and they want to really rub their noses in it and make North London red. Well, they're not equipped to win. You win if you're equipped to win. They're not equipped to win. And if you keep failing winning trophies, that shows that you're not equipped to win. Fair enough, you know, winning games and going on long runs, etc. is okay. But when it comes down to the business end of the season, you've got to be a closer. You've got to be able to close it out, and Tottenham can't do that. Arsenal have always proven that they can get that over the line doing that. So, you know, it's something that under Pochettino, will they get it? I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest. I just want Arsenal to get it done.
Is that about mental strength or playing ability?
Well, it's a bit of both. You know, you need the ability to go and win the games, but you also need the mental strength to hang on in there at times when it's not going your way. And Tottenham haven't been able to master that as yet, and long may it continue. I'd say he's done very well at times. He's learning the Premier League, that's for sure. He's understanding what it takes. He's made some mistakes as well. Let's have it right. But I think what he's doing is evolving the team. He's trying to improve the playing staff that he's got currently, and I think generally he's done a very good job of managing the football club. And these last few games that Arsenal are in, you know, have become meaningful games. So fingers crossed he can keep it up. Yeah, I think, look, Arsene Wenger was at the club for 22 years, and you know he had, you know, he's the most successful manager. Let's look at it on those terms to start with. He's the most successful manager the club have ever had. He's had the invincible team. He's brought in some fantastically wonderful players who played football that, you know, made the fans proud, boast. And then the back end of it didn't go so well, and it started to divide the fan base. We all know about that, which was difficult at times because Arsenal fans were battling each other, and it wasn't nice. So they pulled the trigger and brought in Unai Emery. Unai Emery comes with a good pedigree, and he's managed Sevilla and Paris Saint-Germain, done a really good job at those clubs. But managing Arsenal's a totally different kettle of fish, and following Arsene Wenger, it's going to always prove to be difficult. We find out there's constraints on him as well. Everyone's saying he needs 4 windows, but the January window wasn't even a window. Let's be honest, and we found out he can only bring in loan players, which makes life more difficult for him. And it's kind of, he's trying to do things with one hand behind his back, but he hasn't complained. He's got on with it. There's been Mesut Ozil situations and injuries, etc. But I think he's done a real admirable job. I think he's focused, and I believe he's improving the players, and the players are starting to respond again. Earlier on in the season, went on a 22-game unbeaten run, which was fantastic. But now, I think we're getting down to the business end of the season, and the team really need to step up now because, there's a lot of good positions that they can be in if they can get the results.
You mentioned the Ozil situation. A few months ago, it looked like he didn't really have a future with the club. But now, he seems to have sort of been applying himself a bit more. Do you think he's won that battle? Do you think this player must, for example, start against Tottenham?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I think Mesut Ozil has been challenged as a footballer and as an Arsenal player and one of the captains of the club. I think it's the right thing for Unai Emery to do because he wants a response from his top players, and he has responded, which is a good thing. He hasn't just sat back. He suffered some injuries and loss of form, etc., etc. But that challenge was put down, and Mesut Ozil's responded, which is great. But whatever rotation Unai Emery uses on Saturday, it's one that's going to be to win the game, and I believe Arsenal fans should get behind him now, whatever he chooses. We all have our opinions on players, but get behind him and the squad, and we really need that win.
What do you make of this match? What are your memories of North London derbies?
Well, they were always, the build-up was always a week, and it was always, you know, everyone wants to win, but everyone wants to not lose. So there's a lot of local pride and a lot at stake. We always went into it weren't nervous at all. It was just, you know, we knew what we wanted to do, and we're just about executing the game plan. And sometimes it never worked out, and sometimes it did. And those times when it worked out was so sweet. And when it didn't work out, you know, you absolutely gutted. So, you know, we can go either way. The form book gets ripped up. But, you know, I think Arsenal going into this will be probably a little bit more confident than Spurs.